Testing, gotcha. Salute to everybody, man. I appreciate you. I got this little setup here that's a little annoying right now, so you gotta excuse me. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. You know what it is? I keep forgetting to go to the computer store and get this one essential piece to this microphone. And every now and then, you know, when we're running around, we tend to do a little too much, right? We tend to, you know, we tend to do a little too much, and I think that's pretty much. So you gotta just excuse me a little bit. Goddamn, excuse me a little bit. Now, a little pause, right? It's a little too much. If I'd have to get this off to the degree of, you know what I mean? If I didn't have to do this, it'd probably be a different format, but, you know, I'm gonna have to do what a man's gotta do. So the day's going by fast, you know what I mean? It's speeding by, and you know, and this pretty much is the layout of every day, you know what I mean? It's been that wild little. You ever have a time where things are just a little extra? Sometimes it gets a little extra. And sometimes we do so much. We have so much that we're dealing with and so much that we're living for. You know, we don't know how to enjoy one day. You know what I mean? We just don't understand the essential mode of enjoying just the day. You know what I mean? It's something that we all struggle with. Now, I know I tend to struggle with this is a lot more than a lot more. Multitask and do so many different. Hold on. And do so many different things. Hold on. And do so many different things at once, right? So, I don't like the way this microphone is kicked up in my face like that, but, you know, hold on. I don't like the way this microphone is treating me right now, but we'll make the best of it. All right, so it may look a little different in here. A lot of times, see, when you're dealing with technical issues, you got to write it down. Because what ends up happening when you got so much going on, you forget what you got to do, right? We tend to do that, and you know, with me now I'm moving cameras as I'm talking to y'all, and I'm doing a little bit of this and that, but we got it together now. So, salute to everybody, man. I appreciated you guys yesterday on that live stream, the one previous to this one. Very, 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 I would say inspiring. I think we're trying to embrace the mode of what negative means. And, you know, that's why they always tell you what won't kill you will only make you stronger. Because if it kills you, that means it fell to it. And today, I dealt with that my goddamn self. You know, I suggest a lot of brothers, and the brothers, y'all need to do this, man. You know, sometimes you have to embrace a cry, right? I know we talk and we do. You have to embrace a cry. Some of y'all men don't know how to cry. Right? You don't know how to express your feelings. You know what I mean? And, oh, you said the ASAP Rocky is about to come? Oh, shit. Ooh, he is throwing this like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If it was a fake gun, they don't have no proof. So I don't know. California is a funny state. I don't know about that one, man. That's gonna be a tough one. If they're trying to make an example to Jay-Z and them, this may not be good, because you know what they did to your boy. You see what happened to him. You know, your man, they shot Meg Thee Stallion. He shot him with a real hammer, though, a real gun. We call a hammer here. I don't know, man. You know, perhaps, my prime example, we need to cry. When's the last time you cried, black man? No, not in sadness. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you lost somebody, you cried. Isn't that's the excuse. I'm talking about a cry of thank you. A cry of you overcame something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jacqueline. God damn. Hold on. Let me say this. Shout out to the real Lioness. Shout out to NBA City. Shout out to Marcel. All right, Jacqueline, I just gave you that WhatsApp. Okay? Please hit me up on WhatsApp, because this is the thing. When I have certain exclusive guests, we do the WhatsApp thing, because WhatsApp, I'm able to correspond with you a lot easier. Trust me. And everybody that has it, which is not a lot, they understand that. It's, you know, because we're trying to create a group down the line, but in the meantime, I don't have social media, so this is the best way to do it. You know what I mean? A lot of us are scared to get phone numbers and do things, but nah, it's WhatsApp. It's good. You know, I got a couple of phones, so it's all good. But I don't want to talk to you too much. Well, you did say, yeah. Well, I received your pictures. Number one, you're beautiful. All right. So you just hit me up. Did you just hit me up on WhatsApp, or did you hit me up on? Okay, so you said you want to just try to contact you for a consultation. Yes. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because it's official. Goddamn. I know, I had to use that shitty horn. Excuse me for using that shitty horn. I told you there was a goofball that I know in New York that's using it now, and I don't want to use it, but it's a habit. But I haven't even updated, you know what I mean? I haven't updated my sound yet. So on WhatsApp, basically, the phone number that I left you in your inbox and your email is my number. So WhatsApp is good. It's just an amazing tool to correspond and do what we're doing here. You know, we could do video chat. We could do video mail. You can leave a 5-10 minute mail on a video. It's dope. It's amazing. Like I'm telling you right now, the things you could do on WhatsApp, you can't do on Instagram. The things you could do on WhatsApp, you could barely do on iPhone. But WhatsApp is great. It's just a fantastic tool for what we do here. So, again, I mean, I'm only putting this out because she did say it on some of the comments. But here's a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? That has a lot of potential. Boy, oh boy, I'm going to make you sexy like a motherfucker. You have no idea of the simple elements, because women are easy to make sexy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, so hold on. They're easy to make sexy. Again, she's beautiful, right? But sexy, again, I know the black man thinks he is and wants to be. You know what I mean? I know. Feminine black male, you know, he believes that too, but you can't be sexy as a feminine black male. You can be feminine. All right? You know, and we're not here to teach women to be feminine. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? Femininity is taught from a gay man. You know, he's going to be the one to correct you, tell you, oh girl, you need to do all that. That's feminine. That's his set, and that's his thing. It is what it is. But to teach you womanhood is something only a woman can do. But to teach you to be sexy, or guide you, not to teach you, but to guide you to be sexy, is something that only a supreme man can do. Because he he may like certain women, and you don't need a guy like that. You don't need a guy that's, you know, you look like he's into Tracy Ellis Ross, but you look like Anita Baker at her prime. You know what I mean? That you don't need that. You need a man that just has a thing to know what sexy is. Okay? Simple shit. It could be the flip-flops you wearing in your house. Something as simple as that. Because now he lets you know now your Nike slides are kind of played out, but he can tell you something cute to wear in the house. You know what I mean? And these things don't cost nothing. You know, we went from Adidas slides to Nike slides, and now we're at Crocs in the house, right? Right, give or take. You know, or you run into the store and it's kind of a fall winter thing and you got a pair of Birkenstock, you know, half suede slipper shoes with some pants and a nice little, you know, suede coat, whatever. It's so easy to accessorize a woman because women are full of accessories. You know what I mean? So I say all this to say for people to understand. Now, this coincides. The hell? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cameras. This coincides a lot with the method of appearance. All right? This has a lot to do with being able to look at a woman and know the type of guy she attracts. Looking at a woman and knowing the type of man that she attracts. How you like that? And what, oh damn, hold on, shit. I pressed the wrong button. How you wanna do that? I hate when it does that, hold on. Okay, sorry. So you want to see basically as a woman, as a black woman, I could look at a black woman and tell she attracts a white man. That's right. I could look at a sister. I could look at a sister and tell you ain't too many brothers gonna fuck with that. You name them, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? Now, Jacqueline says, shout out to Cyber Dreams, shout out to Ray Dean. You know what I'm saying? I salute you. Hold on. So Jacqueline says, I attract a lot of young guys. Well, any woman attracts younger guys. You know what I mean? Because younger guys just want a woman. You understand where I'm coming from? If you attract younger men, in most cases, they want to fuck with you because you're an older woman. Is that a flex? Not really, because he may just have a fetish for older women. You understand? You don't attract a younger man because you look younger. You attract a younger man because he knows you are his mother's age or older. Case in point, I always liked older women growing up. I loved older women. You know what I mean? I can see why Cher's boyfriend is fucking her. I can see why. Because I would hit that. Yes, I would hit up Cher. Yes, I would. So when younger men are approaching you and you say to the younger man, do you know how old I am? And he says to you, well, you got to be younger than me. That's different. Because now he's approaching you because he thinks you're young, right? But if he says, well, how old? And you say, boy, I could be your mother. You just turned him on. You got to watch that. We call them motherfuckers. Now, when the new term is called mothers I like to fuck, it's called a MILF, okay? So, again, you could look at a woman that attracts younger guys because of her MILF look. Because most MILFs don't attract older men. Unless he's way older, you understand? Like Cher, she has always had a MILF look. She just got a MILF look, right? Sherry Shepherd, let me just go into this quick. Sherry Shepherd does not attract the brothers that she likes. Sherry Shepherd is into good-looking men. She loves black men. She loves Prince. She loves tall, dark, and handsome. Those guys that Sherry is attracted to are not attracted to her. None whatsoever. Okay? Now, a lot of times, some women may think this may be a thing where, because you said you're in your 40s. Right, so 40s is MILF age. That's a MILF age, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Because if you attract a man that's 30 and you're in your mid-40s, right? He knows that you're older. And he knows you'll fuck the shit out of him. See, the thing is with an older woman, she gonna fuck you better than a younger one. Now, that old fucking fart, he wants to be with the younger woman because the younger woman makes him feel younger. You know what I mean? It's not that it's better and she's younger. And to his mind, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe my old ass got this young woman. That's going to make him feel younger. It's not going to feel in accordance with his age. It's going to make him feel younger than his age because she's younger. It's not that she's putting it on him. Nobody could put it on you older than an older woman. Because as a woman gets older, she has her sex drive increases and increases. You know what I'm saying? That's just natural. So when a woman is older, I can tell and look at a woman and say, yeah, I could tell what she's attracted. I can look at a woman, Tracy Ellis Ross, she has a weakness. She loves good-looking black men. That's her weakness. She just loves good-looking black men. You know, them guys that you see in these Tyler Perry movies with the fake haircuts and all of these Tubi movies. She's attracted to these guys. The problem with Tracy Ellis Ross is Tracy Ellis Ross is attracted to men for looks, not money. Now, Tracy Ellis' mother, which is Diana Ross, right? Diana Ross is a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say was, she's still a beautiful woman, right? So we all know as a black woman, if you dealt with one or two or a few black men, you know we ain't shit. You know that, okay? Right? You get that. So you see Tracy Ellis has a white father. So you're like, well, how did that work out, Nate? I'm going to tell you something. You know, there was a character that Tracy Ellis' mother, Diana Ross, chose, and it was in Mahogany and all these things. She played with Billy D. Williams, you know, and they made this fabulous couple. But in real life, Tracy Ellis' mother could not be married to a man like that. You know, she's seen Michael Jackson's father abuse the Jackson family. You know, there's just some sisters that either, on a negative side, they either don't like black men because the way they treat black women, or they're attracted to white men because they could give them light-skinned kids, pretty long hair, all that other stuff. There's just some women that, you understand? So in most cases, when you look at somebody, back to Sherry Shepherd, right? Sherry Shepherd, I'm telling you right now, if you look like Sherry Shepherd and everybody that comes on your stage and you love the way they look and you're just attracted to a nice, handsome man, and you go crazy on Method Man, and you see Method Man come. Method Man's not gonna fuck Sherry Shepherd. He's not. She has no sex appeal, and she has no forget sex appeal. She's not an attractive woman. To most brothers would agree with that. Most gay men would agree with that. She's not ugly, but she's not attractive. So, with that being said, Sherry Shepherd's downfall is her attraction for black men. Okay? Everything that she's into, those type of guys that she's into, is not into her. If Tracy Ellis Ross was hosting her own show and Method Man came up there and she's working that beautiful fat ass of hers and her nice legs and her beautiful dresses and her little sex appeal, yeah, she has the goofy face, but she's still a bad chick. You know what I mean? Meth will fuck that before he would fuck Sherry. That's just how it is. You understand? So women like Sherry, they don't do good with being with brothers because Her downfall is her love and affection, her physical love for a black man. But most black men are not gonna fuck with that. So what happens? Now, years ago, this was the thing. We used to see the black man would marry with the white woman, what the white man don't want. You know what I mean? And that was a big thing, right? It used to call white trash. So whatever the garbage was, the white man would dump it. You know, trailer park trash, ghetto trash, white chick grew up in the hood. The black man would marry her because the white man didn't want it. Now, brothers changed that shit. White girls started getting fatter asses, bigger legs, bigger. Fuck titties. Ass and legs is for a black man, period. You got that? You got that? You happen to have the titties, it's a bonus. But now they got ass, they got African asses, they got asses now. And a lot of them are natural, not just all BBLs, right? So they knew now they're grown and eating the shit that we eat, and they love the things. They're in the same restaurants, they're eating all the different things, and they're developing their bodies like this. So the black man's attracted. I could look at a white woman and tell you fuck with nothing but black guys. I could look at her body. I could run up on a white chick and tell her right now, you deal with black brothers, don't you? She said, yeah, how'd you know? I could look at her and tell she attracts it just from her look. So now the white woman has made an upgrade. They don't look like they did 40, 50 years ago. They look way better. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about, fuck the Kim Kardashian ones. We talking about just white chicks that's just coming through with that badunka bunk. You know what I mean? It's happening. So black men are noticing this in addition to the fact that they love dating outside their race. The white woman now ain't no longer white trash. Oh no, she ain't no longer white trash anymore. You know what I mean? Because now the cultures change. You know what I'm saying? They listening to our music. They want to fuck with us. To be cool is to be black. To have swag is to be black. If you love hip hop and R&B, that's a cool white chick. If you ever be at the light and there's a white chick listening to some old school Ashanti, you know that she's an older white woman, or she's a younger chick that just loves the culture and she fucks with us. So she's wavy off the mate rack, right? So now her parents know this. They know to be wavy is to know hip hop and R&B. So there's no more white trash like it was. The white trash now, right? The guy married, the white trash now is the one that wants 10 guys to fuck her, but the husband approves it. The husband approves it now because he wants to see 10 black guys fuck his wife. That's the world we live in, right? We have all these, whether it's adult sites, whether it's going out into the lifestyle and group sex parties and stuff. This is a big thing in the underground world, right? So they're watching these black men play football. They're watching them play basketball. This all intrigues, and they say they know what he likes. They know. That's when Amber Rose and all of them started rolling up on them courts with them fat butts and all that. They knew the brothers is going to be into that. So now a white chick from the white trash, she could doll herself up the same way like the Italian privileged woman and get a black man, right? So now niggas step their game up. Now the white woman do look prettier. Most of them, you know what I mean? We ain't talking about the ones that just married because she's white and she married Laura. We're talking about, you know what I mean? We talk about men, they got taste in women. So now you got to think about this. He got Sherry Shepherd, and then he got this white chick with a naturally fat, crazy body. He gonna fuck with the white chick first. She freakier, she nasty, all the above. So he's basically now marrying a white trash. So the black woman, on a flip side, the black woman, when does she go to the white man? Well, there's a couple of ways. If she grew up in a white neighborhood and she didn't really embrace her blackness because as a dark-skinned woman in a white neighborhood, she just found herself attracted to white men because black man wasn't attracted to her. Clearly, because the few black guys that was in school wasn't fucking with her. They was fucking with Megan and Bethany and all of them, right? So she, in return, like Brad or Peter, and she finds a thing for them, and they fuck with each other. So, Nate, are black women naturally attracted to white men? No. but black men are attracted to white women, especially if she has a black body, especially. You understand? The white man could have everything like a black man. He could be built, he could be good looking, facial hair, all the above. That black man, they can't fuck with that black man, no matter what happens. He just can't, you know what I mean? They haven't got to that level. It may change one day, but black man is supreme, and a white man knows that. Now, the black woman, she may think, I'm going to go get me a white man and get black man jealous. That's never going to work, because they don't even pay that shit any mind. Now, 30, 40 years ago, that was a big thing. Brother would not like that shit. They would actually question you the same way how you see a black man with a white woman in the street. Black brothers in 2025 don't give a rat's ass about that shit, because 99% of the time, it's not a woman he's going to be attracted to, so he could care less. And if it is something he would like, I promise you, if he's confident enough, he know he can get it. Because one thing about the black man, he knows that the black woman loves him by nature. He knows he has a chance. A sister, she knows she don't got no chance if she see a black man with a white woman. She don't have a chance. She knows she doesn't have a chance. Even if she does have a chance, she doesn't believe she has a chance, because she's going to go visually with, he ain't in the sisters, right? But you best to believe when he see a nice looking black woman with a white man, the white man going to look at her like, bitch, why would you fuck him? Okay? You got to remember, white men love black men so much that they don't want a team of white men to run a train on a wife. White wife, on a white wife. They want a team of BBC black men. Because number one, he know it's going to be incredible. You know they're going to fuck the living daylights out of her. He knows this, okay? The white man know, when the minute a white man sees a black man and he's in shape, first thing he's going to assume he got a big dick. That's what a white man's going to think. Now, you know what the white woman already knows. So the white man thinks what the white woman already knows. The white woman already beat him to that. You know how many white men in this world would love to see Shaq fuck one of their wives? Just to watch it and videotape it and sit there and watch as he busts a nut inside of her face? They love that. That's their thing, right? Black men are territorial, all right? He ain't as loose with the white woman the way a white man is. A white man don't care about seeing his wife do the naughty thing and you know, hot wife thing and all the aboves. You know, brothers ain't doing that. Brothers ain't gonna call their homies over there to fuck their white wife. So in return, that's why she cheats a lot, because the white woman tends to cheat a lot, because when she's with the black man, all that loyalty and all that bullshit that he don't want to see her with nobody, he may beat her up. You see all these athletes beating the shit out these white women? The black men are very territorial with their women. They don't play that shit. I don't give a fuck if a black man fuck a prostitute. He's not too cool on putting his boys on her. If he likes her, he can't do it. You would have to be a hoe today, like, yo, I want your homeboys to fuck me, and then he'll be with it. But if he likes you, he went on a date with you for a few times, and you don't mind bringing your homeboy, he'll be like, nah, get your other girl. I ain't doing all that. So now, the white man, he marries a black woman and sees things about a black woman that a black man doesn't. For example, right? Star Jones. Star Jones is a black woman. Star Jones loves a fine-looking brother. Star Jones knows what she like, 6'8", 6-pack, dark skin, right. All of these things that Star Jones likes and she does, it's not her thing, right? It's not his thing. It's not her. What she's attracted to is not attracted to her, okay? So the motive now, she got to think on a level. Now, shit, does she want to be with a man that doesn't want to be with her? No. So now she has to think about, well, if I go to a white man, the white man's going to love me for me, which he will. He's going to accept you as you are, no surgeries, no frills. You ain't got to hit the gym. None of anything that you present to that white man that's not attractive to the black man, the white man will scoop up. So now the roles has switched. The black man used to marry the white woman the white man didn't want. Now the black man marries the sister that the black man don't want. He said most black men don't like the color of women's steel paws. Well, remember, most black women don't like pink dicks. That's just the thing they just can't deal with. That's why white men are very insecure when they deal with a black woman sexually, because they know her options. They know that regardless of how much a pile of shit that black man is, he know nobody's going to make love to her better than a black man. He knows that. That's a very tough act to follow. He sees it with his white wife and his white daughter and his white woman. He sees the response when that black dick goes inside of her. They go crazy. And if you could satisfy a white woman, you could have satisfied anybody. Because a white woman's harder to satisfy than a black woman. Way harder. Black woman, passion, passion, passion. White woman, it's all about that dick. The bigger the dick, the better the fuck. Sisters, they'll work with you. You know what I mean? You believe it or not, you would think it's the other way around. Sisters, a lot more easier. White woman, she's never going to be satisfied. Because they freaks. So they can't fuck the same dick for the rest of their life. A black woman could. Before a white woman. White woman got white liver. It's a whole different, they never satisfied. Never. Never. I don't care if it's a team of 20 men, they can't outfuck her. And don't let her be old, forget it. Don't let her be older. Don't let her be in her 50s or 60s. Okay? Don't let her be in her 50s or 60s, okay? You can forget it. Because you know the white husband, if she's 65 and the husband's 65, he can't please her. I don't give a fuck what kind of Geritol, fucking Silas, it doesn't matter. She's gonna need a black man to tear her ass up. That's a fact. Their sex drive is unordinary. It's unordinary. So with a black woman, she's willing to deal with the nigga, lazy dick, fat, short dick, little dick. She'll work with the nigga. White woman, not happening. Your dick's little, it's a wrap. It's over. Not happening. So I say all this to say, right? Whenever you see a black woman that's with a white husband, I promise you, I don't give a fuck if it's Tamron Hall. Tamron Hall loves black dick. She can't help it. Look at her face. If Eric Benet comes out there, Big Daddy King, old niggas, new Method Man, her pussy gets wet every fucking time. Now, you may think, well, her husband may be jealous. He probably wants to watch her fuck him. They're different coaches now. It's completely different. So when you are a white black woman, you marrying a white man because your success is the best revenge, probably with your kids. Now your kids are lighter, fluffy hair and blonde and blue eyes. Yeah, you can do that through them. But how you getting that benefit? Your kids are going to get the benefit. They look half white coming into a white man's world. They'll be fine. The white man's going to be fine. But remember, you still a black woman with black kids, whether they look like it or not. So you got a whole different ordeal to deal with. The reason why I'm saying this is there's no black man that's going to look at you and say, damn, that white man got her. He either didn't want you or he know he can get it. A white man is not a threat to a black man at all. Because we know at the end of the day, we already know what happens when he gets old. Your advantage is he's gonna age worse than you. You're not gonna age as much as him. Because one thing about that white man, he will leave a bitch when she starts fucking wrinkling. Okay? In a heartbeat. So let me answer this one question real quick with what Jacqueline said. Jacqueline says, do black men really get satisfied by black men if they know the black man is into them like that? No. He wants that non-black woman to be into him. She's non-black. It doesn't matter what she looks, she's non-black. With the black woman, it depends on who it is. Now you gotta be picky. Because that's his own race. So now he's going to be pickier than the motherfucker. He going to want, well, she better be a bad bitch. She better have this good credit. You understand what I'm saying? Because you may not be an attractive black woman. So if you into this nigga and you showing him all this, you saying what he said, he might grow some out. But the white woman is different. All she got to just say to him is, I liked you. And he like, oh my God, a white woman fucking complimented me. You understand? So now the culture has put the white woman in positions where the black man is very much accessible. Remember, when she looked like Susie Lou back in the days with no ass, she didn't think she would have a chance with a brother. So the white guy that wasn't into the white woman, when I talk about being rich, he wasn't into that particular white woman. The brothers scooped it up. They got all the garbage. They caught all the trash. Because back then it was against the law to marry a white woman. You married a white woman? Not anymore. Now it's considered upscale. Now it's considered prestige. So the black woman thinks, well, I got the same thing. To a degree. If he's a rich white man and you're going down the red carpet, yes. To white America, that's a flex. But not to the black man. That's why Eve is married to a white man. Niggas don't want that. Because Eve has a funny looking face. That's why Black China was with Kim Kardashian's brother. Niggas ain't into that because she has a weird looking face. And brothers get grossed out by a woman that looks manly in the face. They can't fuck with that. Grace Jones, white man, David Bowie, brothers ain't into that. Just not. Brothers ain't gonna be into Sherry Shepherd. And she's still single. Brothers ain't gonna be into Star Jones. It's not happening. On average, no way. Sherry Shepherd, to appeal to a black man, he gotta be in his mix, fuck each other in our house, discussing new shows. And then she like, yo, I'm in the mood to suck your dick. And she put a blonde wig on and give this nigga the head of a lifetime. That's different. But she ain't got to worry about nobody actually pushing up on her, not the brothers. That white man will take fucking Sherry Shepherd all day. All day. Because now what the black man is not into, he's into. She may be a darker complexion, he's into that. The white man doesn't marry light-skinned woman. He wants that sister. Tamron Hall, beautiful woman, right? Beautiful. A lot of brothers ain't into her. Hair too short, legs too skinny, no ass. Nope. She's pretty, but she's not attractive. Niggas have fucked with Tamron before Sherry. You know, because, you know what I mean? Tamron is pretty. But at the end of the day, if Tamron had a body like an hourglass, there's no way in the world she'd be with a brother. I mean, with a white man. No fucking way. You could look at a woman's body and know what she attracts. You see a woman at your job and she got her hair pulled back and she got a pair of Yeezys on, with a white woman with a pair of Yeezys on or some Jordans and some gray sweatpants and she got a fat butt on her. Trust me, she fucks brothers. White men ain't gonna even approach that. White women do not like white women with big asses. They don't like that. They look at that as fat. So the brother is going to want that. Real one says, so if they don't like the way why eggplant close your eggs, right? Well, you got to think of it like this, right? It's opposites attract. So if, and shoot the questions, ladies and gentlemen, because I know a lot of y'all asking questions, but I'm getting lost. Okay, it depends on the age. I know older black men more passionate than younger black niggas fucking up. No, black men are passionate to young pussy, especially if he old. A black man's gonna eat a pussy of a younger woman and try to make her fall in love. He ain't gonna do it to a woman his age. He's not gonna do it. Not the same. If he's 50 and his wife is 52 and his side bitch is 24, forget it. Forget it. He's gonna eat her for hours because he's trying to hook her. And he has the skill because he's older, and older niggas know how to eat pussy. You understand? Jacqueline says, most of the guys I attract were black men in all shades of brown. I get some white male compliment. Yeah, but see, the thing is right now, this is the deal. If you attract black men entirely, like every day, that's all that kicks it to you, that's your wave. But if you attract these niggas and they full of shit and everybody dumping you and doing all types of foul shit, you're going to probably have a better chance with a white man. So in other words, with you, Jacqueline, she said, I got asked out by a guy, a couple of white guys. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough. A couple of white. See, the thing is, when you in the white man, a black woman that appeals to white men is when the black man don't want you that much. It's not because white men kick it. You could be a pretty black woman and white man and black woman kick it with you. But when you have a look and you appeal, you're unappealing to black men overall, you're going to appeal to a white man. Star Jones, there's no fucking way. I don't even, listen, you may look at Star Jones and look at her husband and say, how do they do that? I'm not surprised. Because brothers was not trying to fuck with her. And she had bad experiences, and that was the best way to go. Like I told y'all months ago. When it ain't working over there, you got to go over there. You know, but if you a woman and all you do is attract brothers, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Because if you marry a black man, you only marry him out of protest. Jasmine said, are black men more interested in exotic appearance or in our glass body? Exotic appearance. A nigga will fuck with a woman that look like Karuchi, all right, and then fall in love with her before he fuck with Spice. Spice got work done, but let's just say Spice had a natural badunkadunk and she's hourglass. Niggas is gonna go for Karuchi. Karuchi is the lit because she's exotic. Niggas want that exotic fruit. So the black man, if he sees a sister looking like Spice with blue hair and big, he don't give a fuck if she married to a white man. As a matter of fact, he's happy for her because he ain't got to deal with it. He don't want it. He don't want it. She may think, oh, they be hating on me while I'm with the white man. No, they don't. Not at all. He won't even pay it any mind. If anything, he may laugh at it. But I tell you one goddamn thing, if Spice steps out on her husband, she ain't gonna do it with a white man. She gonna do it with another brother. You understand? If she's gonna step out and she needs to feel that black dick, she gonna do it with a black man. She ain't gonna do it with a white man. Because he's gonna keep giving her that piggly wiggly dick. And don't get it fucked up. I'm not trying to say that all white men are like this, but you gotta go by the trend of the white woman. The minute you stick a dick in a white woman, she says, oh my God. That's what she says. That's the first phrase she says. Oh God. With passion that you think the black woman would do. But the black woman, oh God, yes, my black king. No, the white woman is like, give me that black cock. That's it. You gonna talk dirty every position. Yeah, you like this black. Yeah, give me that big dick. I love you. I want to suck. She's gonna give it, and the more and more she talks that shit, the more and more we gonna give her the business. Black women is like, oh God, I love you. You my king. You love this baby. You love this. It's different. The black woman's always falls for the passion. So you ain't gonna do that with no white man. Not happening. Letitia says, hey, Nate, I have a question. What about women who don't have no chest or no butt, but she's kind of what men attract? I'm glad you asked that. Tamron Hall. She got no ass, no titties, nothing. It's not like she got a small butt. She got nothing. She got no curve or nothing. I'm in the newscasters, and Tamron Hall used to be newscasters. I always like to see what newscasters look like when they're standing up. You know, when they have like a news special and it's showing them like identified with Christmas and new food coming in at a restaurant. I like to watch what they wear. Tamron Hall, the reason why Tamron Hall doesn't attract black brothers, because she has no figure. She got no body. Nothing. Not even legs. So to answer your question, a black man to deal with a woman like Karuchi, right? Karuchi, as small as Karuchi is, she has a figure. She's just petite. She got a small ass, small tits, but she got nice legs, nice thighs, like, you know what I mean? Pretty feet. She's exotic. On top of that, forget it. Forget it. Ain't nobody touching that. And you know her pussy's big. Cause women that small like that, they can handle more dick than a woman that look like Spice. She can handle dick for days. Matter of fact, it's hard to keep her happy. Skinny women like that and petite, you know what I mean? They handle. Now, you got a woman like Tamron. Tamron probably could give up the business too, but she got no sex appeal because she got no curves. Nothing. So a woman that don't have a chest or a butt, she probably will attract a white man. He don't care about curves. You could probably have a flat, listen, it's flat ass and no ass is different. You can have a flat butt and still have hips, still look good. But when you just straight up and down with nothing, to the point where it's like, damn, she ain't got shit. You know what I mean? That white man, he'll embrace that more than that brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jasmine. Yeah. Keep shooting the questions, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to skip nothing. I think more black men attracted to exotics. I think more black men nowadays attracted to exotics now. Gen men is all fucked up. Black men love that exotic first. It wasn't like that years ago. Snoop Dogg and Pharrell fucked that game up. They killed it. Once they went out to Brazil and did that beautiful video, the whole game was demolished. Because before that, we only had light-skinned women. You know what I mean? That was exotic as we looked. There was a light-skinned woman. She, you see this woman as pale as hell, and she sounds black, looks black. You know what I mean? That was the mode. Now they throw her in the same bunch as her sister. Non-black is exotic because that's not a black woman. She's non-black, right? So it's exotic. Anything that's exotic. You go to an exotic island. You go to fucking Miami. That's just Florida. But you go to motherfucking Tahiti, well, it's exotic. It's not in America. You understand? So question, why black men either bother to have sex or date black women if they prefer white and exotic? Because you're accessible. You're accessible, and you're highly accessible. He can get you anywhere because you love black men, and they know that. So if they can't get the white woman, they know they can get you. They can't go to the white woman and get the white woman that easy, but they could go to the hood and get that black woman easy and do her a favor in his mind. The psychology behind that is very simple. Black men are not loyal to their race the way a black woman is, you know? Black women love black men. That's just their nature. And if they don't like black men, it's because of something happened. Father wasn't shit, uncles wasn't shit, black men don't take care of the kids. Then they're forced to like the, you don't just be born one day and you're attracted to white men over black men. There's a reason why. She probably grew up in a white neighborhood. You got to remember, there's a simple saying, very famous. It's called, once you go black, you never go back. You remember that? Right. Don't forget that. And a black woman didn't create that. A non-black woman, a white woman created that. Once you go black, you never go back. That's for white people, period. So when you see a black man, a white man is in the sisters, he's in the sisters the way a black man should be in a sister. He don't care about your hair, your fat butt. He don't give a fuck about. He likes, goddamn, you know, her natural hair. She's Afrocentric. You can be a doctor. He don't give a fuck if your feet are big, no ass. He doesn't care. He's with you for your beautiful black skin. When the black man wants light skin. Serena Williams, black man, that's a good example. Black man don't want that. No way. There's chosen few niggas that will fuck Serena, but on average, this is the problem with Serena. It's not that just because most brothers not attracted to her, because she's a mess with weave fucked up, bad makeup. It ain't the fact of that. It's the thing is with Serena, that's the type of black woman that attract white men. White men is into that. An athletic body, facial structure, you know what I mean? Serena's attracted to black men that are not attracted to her. That's why she married a white man. Oh, wow. Thank you, Jason. Wow, that's a beautiful compliment. Nate, you are truly the appointed supreme social scientist. Thank you. Thank you. That's an honor. That's an honor. That's a fact. Do they virtual? Look at it. No black man corrected me. That's why you know it's true. Karrueche and Twyla are slim but not exoticals. No, Karrueche is exotic. Ain't no question about that. She's mixed. She's biracial. Tyler is exotic because she's marketable because she's African, okay? She's going to get marketed way better than Thames. Thames ain't going to go. Tyler is already, what's Tyler up to, her fourth single? She been out for, what, 2 years? Tim's been out for 6. Tyler's package. She already got the package. You understand? Yeah. I think the adult content is messing with these young G's heads too. Well, you got to remember, the prettier the woman, the freakier. And niggas is seeing that. The prettier the woman, the freakier, no question about it. But you don't know that just generally in the street because the average guy can't get a pretty woman. But when you rich, when you're a player, you will see that that's the truth. Pretty women are the freakiest. You know why? Why? Most average men scared to approach them. They got the highest insecurity levels, so they do the most. You fuck a real pretty woman, stuck up and conceited, and you fuck the ugly, busted chick from the hood, trust me when I tell you, that pretty fucking exotic bitch gonna be nastier. She's worse. She gonna take it to her head, let you come in her throat, everything. Suck, come, call your boy in there. She gonna go the hardest. Pretty women know they pretty. They get off on that. That's why they have such a higher, freakier, disgusting sex drive. So in the adult industry, most of the women you see that's really putting it down is pretty. Look at the adult industry. The average woman is gorgeous, beautiful models, flawless, filthy. What about Spanish man into as far as women? Spanish man, again, that's a good question. He'll be into a sister. Spanish man love curves though. But a Spanish man will marry Tamron because she has a pretty face. Ain't too many Spanish men gonna marry, Star Jones. But they will marry, Spanish man gonna marry Leslie Jones, unless he's 100 years old or 80 years old, but a white man will marry Leslie Jones. Niggas is not gonna marry Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones attracts white men. Trust me. No brothers is not gonna fuck with that. Especially the brothers she's into. You know what I mean? The brothers that Leslie Jones, the actress, you know, from Saturday Night Live, I know her personally. She's got a taste for certain type of black men, like the average black woman. Believe me, ain't gonna happen. When you look at Prince at his prime, you knew he liked women like Vanity. Niggas, oh, he was gay. Nah, but Prince was just, Prince wasn't gay, Prince was feminine. Like a lot of niggas is feminine, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't think he was gay. I didn't think he was gay, he just was feminine. Tim's looks so exotic. Nah, that's not exotic in our community because we black. That's exotic to a white man. A black woman can't be exotic because she's black. She's only exotic when she's mixed with something. If you black, you beautiful, you gorgeous, you striking, you a diva, you everything else, but you're not exotic to a black man because he's black. You understand? It's exotic when it's outside of black. May please look up some Sonia Barbara Tucker. Where does she fall into the spectrum? Hold on. Let me check that out. Hold on. Sonia Barbie Tucker. She gonna end up with a white man. Yep, that's niggas that hit it. She got a little curve, nice little ass on her, but the natural hair with the African features, white man gonna appreciate that. That's exotic to a white man. To a brother, no. He gotta go outside of his race for the exotic. Yeah, sad but true. Jacqueline says, so how can black women tell the black men who prefer or like black women? That's a good question. Well, physically, it's hard for you to do that. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, I tell you, the guy that you don't find attractive and masculine is usually that. The Drake-looking type guys, light-skinned dudes that look like, you know, the Eminem twins, little brother, Tia and Tamara Mowry. Nerdy type of guys, black guys, they're into sisters. Black men that's usually really into sisters and they don't fuck with nothing else is usually what black women are not attracted to. So that's why they end up with a non-black woman, because sisters don't fuck with them. But they're attracted to sisters, but sisters don't find them appealing. You know what I hate? A straight man sound more feminine than a gay man. Nothing against gays, but you said when a straight man sounds more feminine than a gay man, well, you can't sound feminine and be straight. It's impossible. That's the number one way of a gay man, is the way he talks. You know, there's no way around it. There's no way a man's gonna be, oh, no, child, you know, I don't give a fuck. No straight man is gonna do that and be straight. It's impossible. Now, he could look like a feminine guy and be straight, but he can't sound like a gay man and not be gay. There's no way. That's the ultimate level. Once a man gets dick, he's gonna talk different. You could always tell a bottom black man because he talks like, you know what I mean? He talks gay. That's just what dick does. Dick changes your mindset. Speaking of Karuchi, she may be dating Deion Sanders. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not surprised. Deion Sanders he's one of the biggest pussy eaters in Hollywood, I heard. That's all he do is eat pussy and ass. But Deion Sanders is the type of guy. You could look at him and see that he got something against sisters. And even if this happened just a year ago, that's just his thing. You could look at him. I could look at Deion Sanders and tell he's one of those type of black men. You understand? Carucci, this is the thing with Carucci. They don't want to be exotic. They want to be black. Carucci doesn't want, she is into her blackness. She does not want to be an exotic half white girl. That's the thing. It's like the same thing light-skinned women used to suffer years ago. They don't like you to do that. Remember Wesley Snipes' wife that played in Jungle Fever? As light as she was, they're into their blackness more because people don't think they're black. So a woman like Carucci, she's on her black shit more. You know what I mean? But the black man that dates her is like, bitch, you not black. You know what I mean? So we need a show specifically discussing black men and who are to, and you know, just to focus. I agree entirely. This is my son's account. Hold on. We can definitely do that. This one's good. This is my son's account. I'm actually a woman, but you think black women need to just date out? That's weak to me, though. No. I think you should date out if you're attracted to white men. Yes. I think you should date out if you want to get married on a contractual level. I think you should date out if you see yourself attracted to men outside your race, right? But the problem is this. As a black woman, you think the way a black man thought in 50 years ago. So 50 years ago, black men like, nah, fuck that. I ain't with no white woman. Because that was just forbidden. You know what I'm saying? Unless he was a pimp. Nobody respected that unless you was in Hollywood, right? Now it's different. Because now white women turned it up. So I don't think white man turned it up yet. I think white men are still trying to get to where the white woman is in the black community. Sisters are just not attracted to brothers. So when y'all date white men, we know you're dating them because of circumstance. When I see a white man, a black man with a white woman, that's his choice. He's into that. But when I see a sister with a white man, I'm like, she did that because she wanted the light-skinned kids. The brothers they wasn't feeling it. It's always a reason. But he's into that. You know what I'm saying? And again, dating out doesn't necessarily mean white. It could mean Native American. It could mean Asian. But, you know, again, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain type of woman that attracts Asian men. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a Native American in my job who likes me. He makes $200K a year, but I dread the feeling of making mixed kids. I want a black man, but none of the substance wants me. Right, see? That's a very common issue. Because us as black men, we like exotic fruit, foreign fruit, white fruit, oranges, apples, watermelon. We like everything. Y'all just like one fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So, you know, when that's why a black man, you know, to get on a pornographic level, when we look at a white woman giving us top and giving us head, we like, damn, look at that dick in her mouth. It looks amazing. But the white woman, you know, you see a black woman sucking a white man's dick in a porno, it looks weird. It's like she's sucking the slave's dick. He could fuck the white woman because he's the slave and he getting revenge. It's different. But when y'all sucking a slave master's dick, it don't even look good. And he knows that. Nobody loves the black man more than the white man. Let's get that straight. He's supreme over that. If he has white daughters and he knows that black man is knocking one of his daughters down, he knows that, goddamn, he's tearing my daughter's walls off. That's how the perception is going to be automatically. White man, small, all pasty and sweaty. See, they can't do that. I told you. They just can't do that. what we like in a white woman, a black woman just can't imagine it. She can't do it. No, it's real though. You know what I mean? It's the truth. Because we're looking at, it's not the transition we're looking at sexually with a white woman. It's the contrast. It's a whole different level, man. It's an experience that only a man could. Listen, I know brothers that wasn't into white woman, and he hit one up, and it was like, yo, you ain't lying. It's completely different. We attracted to our sisters, but we attracted to everything else. See, black men just love women. Y'all love a specific type. Y'all like brothers. I don't know why you wouldn't give an attractive dude a chance. That's crazy, man. I don't know why they wouldn't give an attractive dude a chance. I mean, it got nothing to do with attractive. You know what I'm saying? A nigga could be good looking and be corny. White women will deal with that. Black women ain't going for it. Black woman is not going to deal with no corny looking nigga. They just can't deal with that. You know, look at Drake. Drake's corny, but Drake is a tall dude. He's a big nigga. He's taller than Kendrick. Drake will be able to knock down walls more with women than fucking Kendrick, because Kendrick's a midget. And a lot of sisters ain't going to be into that. He's too short. And he looks short. You know, Drake's a tall, Drake's like 6'3". I'm telling you, as a black man, most sisters going to go for that just off the rip. Once that nigga walk in the room, it's over. He got presence. Shout out to Miss Wisdom. What up, baby? So I want y'all to think about this, because I gotta skedaddle, but listen to me. I kid you not. There is a very unique way. Oh, hold on, Jessica said, hold on. She said, yeah, but black men are putting their women at the bottom. It's one thing to like different women, but to put yours at the bottom. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you want everything else. Listen, I suggest black women to get in. Listen, if black men are not attracted to you, it's because the non-black man is. So look at it that way. The less black man that's attracted to you, the more black man that's not attracted to you, don't respect you, that means you're appealing to a non-black man. That's the sign. Embrace that. That's a good thing. Just that the problem was with sisters, y'all don't want to do that. Sisters don't do the corny thing. What a white woman will. A white woman will date a corny white. Every corny black dude I know that fell with sisters got a white woman. Or a black foreign woman. That's not, black foreign is different. You African and American is completely different. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think of that, you know what I mean? So basically, when you see a black woman married to a white man, black men don't care about that. They don't think about that shit at all. As a matter of fact, it don't even turn them off. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. You know, okay, it's different. It's different when you see a black man with an Asian woman or a light-skinned woman or Hispanic. Yeah, that'll fuck with you. They don't fuck with him. If anything, he gonna be like, I don't know why the fuck he would marry that. He still don't get it. I'm telling you. Yeah. Go where you did. She said it took a long time to go where you celebrate. You gotta go where you celebrated, man. But it's hard for sisters to do that. See, the black man, he wants to be celebrated everywhere else. And he's not. You know what I mean? He wants to. He's going to force to be celebrated everywhere else. You better believe it. He going to make every other place his home. You know what I'm saying? But a sister, she don't even want to be bothered. If you don't attract, if a sister's not attracted to you, that's it. It's not happening. Because sisters are passionate and simple. They don't want much. You know what I mean? If you're a billionaire, you marry a black woman, she don't want much. You got a white woman, forget it. She's going to destroy your whole account. White women are more higher maintenance than black women. They just are. They're more superficial. They're more fake, but That's him. That just means black race is destined to fall. White people continue to win. No, white people ain't winning. That ain't true. Not anymore. Nope. They was winning when the white woman wasn't dating the black man. They ain't winning because now they're getting their race and they're getting. You got to remember, the Latin man is going to take over the white race. Latins is going to run the world one day. The white man is a dying breed. Them days is over. They mixed up too much. They know, the white man's lazy. You know he fucked America up. You know what I'm saying? Who builds America? The Latin man. Who takes care of America? The Latin man. The white man destroys it. So yeah, back in the 50s and 60s, you were right about that. Not anymore. Them days is over. I'm telling you, I talk to white customers all the time. They know their white race is fucking dwindling. That shit's dying. Trump is the only one they looking to save it. And he doing a horrible fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Right. We literally are breeding ourselves. No, that's not true, sister. Not true. I'm telling you, I live in a white neighborhood. A white borough. I'm telling you, that is not true. That is not true anymore. White woman now, when a white woman wants to get supreme, she goes for that rich brother. And the brother gonna go for her. So what's gonna happen now? The white man's gonna have black kids. You know what they would do to a white woman 40, 50 years ago when she had a baby with a black man? They disown her. I'm in these customers' homes all the time. I live in Staten Island. I'm telling you, that's not true. Once them white women started growing asses like sisters, that's it. White race is finished. The black man's gonna be on it. The Hispanic man, forget it. Hispanic men love white women now. Why don't black men want to be the ones to rule? No, I mean, listen, our race is already fucked up as it is. Let's not get. I agree with you with that. But what I'm telling you is, don't look at the whites as still winning. That's not true anymore. Look what's happening. Look what's happening to their country music. They're afraid that Beyonce is going to take over. Because now all they're going to do is have more white and black people, more black women and white and black men coming into country music. Football is no longer a white sport. Basketball is no more a white sport. Anytime you watch the Super Bowl or the World Series or anything, we dominate. So that's not true. Not anymore. You talk about the reducing the melanin in our black features. Yeah, that's true. Because the black man wants light-skinned features. Absolutely. She's right about that. It takes 3 generations or black and white. Look at Argentina. It was once 50% black. Now it's the whitest. Well, remember, that's global, though. You know what I mean? Let's not forget. I thought you was talking about the United States. Let's speak. You want to speak globally? I mean, come on now. You know, the white man doesn't run America anymore. Trump and Elon Musk are migrants. They're not white. They're foreign. It's a big difference. They're not white men. They're foreign. Melody Trump is foreign. They're all foreign. It's not the white man's word. It was, 1960s it was a white man's word. Not anymore. No. Jews run entertainment. They run the dollar bill. Jews are not white. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. But let's stick within the United States. You understand? Yeah. We're going to the same route. I hear what you're saying, but again, you got to remember, I mean, the black woman doesn't want to go outside her race, and the black man does. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? The more millions we make, the more we marry that non-black woman. You know what I'm saying? And the more millions y'all make, y'all want to be with a black man that has more equal. Not happening. You know what I'm saying? You got some good points there. I appreciate it. But let me get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Listen. I know you're on your son's account, but you should come back and get your own account. You can still use that account, you know what I mean? But let me get out of here because I got to take this step up in Jersey. But again, this is a challenge. So, sister, what you going to do? Now, what I suggest you to do, I already told you a million times, but you know, you ain't gonna listen, but keep waiting for that black man, you can forget it. Ain't happening. So yes, once again, you could tell a black woman that dates a non-black man, especially a white man. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, but this is the truth. Just look around. Look at when y'all finish with me, look at every interracial woman, black woman that's with a white man. Take a look at her. Just take a look at her and tell me show me a black woman that's married to a white man that we all love. None of them. Niggas just are not attracted, and that's why they're with a white man. You know what I'm saying? If I go into a customer's house and her husband's white and the woman, the black woman, she got a black wife, she gonna give me a harder time than him. Cause she gonna think I'll remind her of something from the past or whatever. But meanwhile, I'm like, well, at least he lit. He married a sister. That's how I look at it. If anything, we look at it, the white man's lit. He got a sister. That's dope. Knowing that he can have first dibs on a white woman, knowing that he can have the first dibs on a Latin woman before us, and he married a sister, that's real. That's the one thing. So you want to look at it like that, that's a positive thing. But do we see it as a flex? No, not at all. We don't even pay it any mind. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. We will finish this later. Peace.